people of Zimbabwe. We want to herald them. I also want, on this occasion, to give a pat on our state apparatus. It came out in full force to protect peace and order. And they proved that they are not a joystick for political daydreamers. This is a state apparatus born out of the pain of war. It knows its allegiance to the people of Zimbabwe. And somehow there was a belief that it is akin to any of the post-colonial inherited armies of Africa, which can be commanded from London and from Paris to go to State House and remove leaders. It does not work like that with our army. It is a revolutionary army steeped in the traditions of the people of Zimbabwe. It is not the army of Mobutu Sese Seko. It is not the army of Idi Amin. It is not the army of Bokassa. It is not the army of Ironsi and all those wayward African military leaders who pander for foreign interests at the expense of the people of Africa. No, it is not. And the president, to make sure that the state of apparatus was in safe hands, he made dramatic changes in the structure of our state apparatus. I want to congratulate the new leaders who were put in place as we approach 31. And they've proved their mettle by making sure that they are loyal to the President of the Republic, that they defend the interests of the people of Zimbabwe, and that they keep the professional traditions of our state apparatus intact. It is well respected all over Africa. So heads off to General Matatu. And congratulations too, as I say, heads off. Heads off to Comrade Shepard Mtamba at ZRP. And heads off to Director General Fulton Mangwanya at CIO. They assumed office in the nick of time at very short notice, and they proved their worth to the people of Zimbabwe, to the president who appointed them in those posts. And they made sure that Zimbabwe remains orderly and peaceful on what was supposed to be a fateful day. This is a salutary lesson to those who harbor the idea that they can personalize the Zimbabwe army. It is not. Why would you want to say that you somehow believe that you own the Zimbabwe army simply because you survived a war? Do we now assume that when we were fighting, you were trying to keep your life safe for the day when you can aspire to power? And how are you keeping your life safe? Because in war, it's a lottery of life. Anything can happen to you at any time. I went through that war, particularly for us who were in Mozambique. You cannot aspire to be president of the Republic of Zimbabwe in a war because you never know when you are going to die. You are much more preoccupied with the task at hand to fight for the freedom of the country. Now, if you begin to have illusions afterwards that you are anointed to become the leader of Zimbabwe simply because you survived that war, maybe you begin to question credentials. So those who were trying to think that the army of Zimbabwe can become a platform for the seizure of power, they have been proved wrong. That template does not apply to Zimbabwe.